Ennis floater through the final.
Well, he gave up on it. Didn't check him. A defender with him.
Sanford doing a good job guarding the inbound pass. They do get it in. 14 minutes to play. Winner goes to Memphis. South region.
And Sanford does not leave Cooney whatsoever. Look at this kid. Taking over when he got a little finger roll.
But the made basket. Oliver whipped that ball. Knew exactly where his teammate was. Syracuse has made 8 of its last 11. They started this half 0 for 5.
And Jimmy stacked set, and look at the little guy going to the rim again. Ennis, while they were rolling. Nice cut in the back. Pretty look.
Kavanaugh, no. Loose ball. Ennis. Got it.
Well, he knew backpedaling. He was going to take him.
Into the hands of Seibert. 3 on the shot clock. He heaves one up off the glass.
And look at
my goodness. 3 on 2.
Ennis getting something. Splits it. Oh! Against Seibert.
And one.
What a counter.
And Benajay. Seibert picks up Ennis. Screen from Christmas. They go for 2. They got it.
And they're getting big on. He makes jump shots right there. So
there's Whittington. Little off the mark.
Good man foul, too.
Ennis.
Got him a touch, though.
Baseline. Jeremy Grant.
Whatever you need. That's the way he is. Nice drive. Finish. That's the key with the bigs.
Nope.
And they just get up quickly, suffocate you.
Cooney. C.J. Fair, guarded by Brown, left side.
Nice trap.
And a basket. Ennis into the right.
To model his entire style of coaching around Coach Wooden's definition of success. Now, that includes no ups and downs, which he's...
Because they obviously can ring the bell, but they're good at the glass as well for putbacks. More possessions right up their alley.
Trap. There's Jeremy Grant on the baseline. Kicks it back outside. Open jumper.
Just bites you. And it's just perimeter big. Nice look.
Wasn't it?
Well, that's what they do. Close on you.
Cooney gets it to Ennis. He might as well take the trip around. Baby. Underneath, that's an under. No.
That's what the size does, though. They got a lot of opportunities at the rim. Smooth. Calm recovery defensively, though. You skip it, and they're right there on the catch.
I think Roberson might. He altered the shot for sure. And he might have actually touched it. Winner of this one, Syracuse will advance to take on Dayton on Saturday. Dayton, if you did miss it, last second basket off the glass by V. Sanford to provide, and that's out too.
Gather himself and go up. Ennis with a steal. A bad inbounds pass and an easy 2. Jay Warren at his best, folks. That is driving right down Main Street. Nobody stops him. The back line of the defense has to step up to try to block the shot. And you sneak in behind him, and you get the offensive rebound and the putback. Ennis behind the screen. Semifinals in this tournament. And 2 years ago, they needed to get to the semifinals. They needed a run to make the NCAA tournament. They got to the tournament, went all the way to the Sweet 16 as Ennis tied. He just stays with the play. He has earned his 22 points here tonight. Grant hounded by Freeman. 15 on the shot clock. Ennis for 3. Got it. What a weapon he's been the last couple of nights for the Wolfpack. 7 made three-pointers in the last 2 games now. With 5 of them and 22 points in all last night against Miami. Ennis trying to do it himself, and he converts for Syracuse. And right now, you take Grant and you take Tyler Ennis. They're shooting 53% combined. The rest of the team, 22% from the field. Somebody else needs to step up. Got to be Fair or Cooney. Ennis behind a screen, knocks down another three. Maybe deserved a better fate after all that effort for Carl White. Fair. Ennis, 3-ball for the Cuse.
Thomas runs the court. Miller has his head up, eyes up, makes a really good pass above the rim to Thomas.
4 points now for Aaron Thomas. And a 2-point game. A driving Tyler Ennis with 2 for the Orange.
I bet you everybody on the Syracuse bench wanted that one to go down.
Oh, Miller made his way to the rim, and Christmas came out of nowhere. 2-on-2. Ennis will do it himself for the Orange. Lead for Syracuse at 6. Knowles trying to cut into that with Booker. Twisting out of control, and now back up to Ennis. Floats to the rim, soft touch.
Boy, that's good stuff.
Syracuse is on a 14-4 run over the last 7 minutes, and now they turn over the Knowles. It's a 2-on-1. It's Ennis. Basket and foul for Ennis.
Both Fair's hands, and you're in great shape if you're Syracuse.
14 points now for Aaron Thomas, 6 of 6 from the free throw line as well.
No numbers, pull out, run clock, and then they've got some outstanding one-on-one players to score at the end of the clock.
Cooney will take his time. The clock goes inside of 3 minutes to go. In the Tucker Center in Tallahassee, Florida, the first ever meeting between these two teams in this facility. Tyler Ennis with the touch.
And that's called.
Baseline drive, George's Hunt slapped out on the miss, and boy, Musa Keita fighting for it, comes away with it. Ennis for Cooney. 7-point lead for Georgia Tech. Ennis the scoop with the right hand. First point. Here's Carter, a long 2, and the rebound to Christmas.
Now, I'll say this once more, and then I'll put it in my pocket. He ought to put that shot in his pocket and just forget about it.
Ennis the drive. Tyler Ennis.
By Syracuse, they nearly came up with the steal, but Georgia Tech is able to make them pay for it.
That's their third 3 of the first half, Dan. They averaged just 5.2 a game from behind the arc. But the Orange average right at 5, so neither team makes a living out there. Roberson, 10 to shoot. Now to Ennis cutting through. That's 3 in a row for Tyler Ennis. And here's the Orange now with 2:10 to play.
And even when they miss a shot, they're forced into a tough one. They get an offensive rebound, just can't convert.
Ennis. Got a screen from Fair. That's a 3. And it rims in for Tyler Ennis. Good. Miller the rebound. Jackets go the other way. 3-on-2. George's Hunt had it picked by Ennis. Tyler Ennis against Carter with a right hand and a foul. Benajay a moment ago was their first bench point of the night. Georgia Tech's got 17 of them, Dan.
Now, Syracuse has got to get going right now. It's 7 minutes and 29 seconds left in the game. They're down by 13. They have time, but they're going to have to turn this thing around on the offensive end.
Ennis. 3-ball. Got it.
And that's a good start. Stealing the ball, but it's forcing Georgia Tech to take shots faster, I think, than Brian Gregory would want him to take it.
Ennis runs it up with the right hand and scores.
Defense. Malcolm Brogdon. Here comes Ennis. A little hesitation. The floater. It's a goaltend.
That was not going to go in. Now they got help all around you, surround you.
They are number 1 in the country in scoring defense, allowing fewer than 55 points per game. Ennis has to get a shot off and hits it.
He's starting to look at more the interior, but the passing, dissecting that zone, analyze. You can see they have been drilling against that zone. That's no accident, Danny Schumann. That's no accident.
Brogdon to Toby. The lead grows to 5.
Toby gets the dunk. I mean, I could have had that dunk.
You don't got the hops anymore, this is it.
I never had them.
11 minutes in. A Virginia win, and they claim the outright ACC regular season championship. Ennis Ennis again with the trademark floater, and it goes.
You know, he's playing well early. I like the fact that
the drive by Brogdon, the dish. And no foul call. They play on, and here comes Syracuse.
Had a layup right there. Great breakdown of the defense by Brogdon on the penetration. Got to get some good ball screens here.
Cooney trying to get back into the game, needs to wait for a whistle. He's been sitting over by the scorer's table for a while. Long stretches without whistles here today.
Not a lot of motion right now. But our defense becomes more or less looks like a zone with all that help in that 3-second area.
Fair to Ennis. Ennis for three. They needed that.
What a nice duo. The reason Syracuse is hanging right here.
Pitches it ahead to Charles Mitchell, who in his last couple games is averaging 12 points, 6.5 rebounds. Mitchell has played strong and played well against Duke in a couple games ago. He had a really good game.
Cooney handed it off to Ennis. On the free throw line. He knocks it home. That is the second three for Cooney. He's 2 for 2. Now Ennis the steal. And the lay-in. His second foul. Tyler Roberson in the game now. Doesn't play a lot. As a matter of fact, he hasn't played at all in the last 2 games against BC and Duke. But in there with the foul difficulty for Fair. And Ennis, nice little runner along. Just the 6th on the team since it wasn't in the act of shooting. Syracuse will play it in. They can take the last shot of the half now. The shot clock off at 22 seconds to go.
The guy you want shooting this is Cooney if you can get him an open shot. They'll go to a 1-4 low, and if Ennis takes it to the right side off this ball screen.
Need a shot. Ennis deep 3. Rattles one home at the buzzer.
Against Providence and Florida State. The Terps could use a win like this to add to that resume.
Virginia coming here before the end of the regular season as well. The ACC tournament will provide an opportunity, one would think, to beat a quality opponent or more. Ennis an open 3, and he knocked it home.
23 minutes. He's had a terrific game. Again.
Tyler Ennis guarded by Seth Allen, man-to-man for Maryland, and Ennis. Fair again took a look at the defender and shot an air ball. $17,950 here at the Comcast Center. That's the first sellout of the year at home for Maryland. Ennis. 3 rebounds tonight. He averages 11 points and 6 rebounds. Made 1 3-pointer and 4 tries. 6 minutes to go now. Been right around this margin throughout the second half for Syracuse. Right around 10 points.
Syracuse hasn't had a whole lot of game pressure. They've been able to play with the lead for this entire ball game.
Boeheim was certainly willing to run some clock even with this much time left.
Cook gives Duke the lead.
Shot that over the top of that zone.
Ennis.
Oh, they needed that. They got to get him going. He's got to stop being so good on all the ones you want. He is by far, to me, the most talented and the best freshman in the land.
Ennis gets to the rim, and it's a 4-point game again.
And Ennis says, are you serious? What?
Speed and athleticism will close you down just like that if you don't take advantage of the opportunity early.
It's another bad pass by Lonnie Jackson, and it results in a little flip.
Code underneath, easy lay-in by number 5 in orange.
Ennis has another.
Make that basketball go in on the inside.
Close to the under 16 timeout, so Ryan Anderson will get a rest. Casey Cottle comes on to replace him. Benajay sets up Ennis. The 3 rattles down.
Ability to contain the dribble drive has hurt Syracuse this second half.
That bucket goes to shoot. Olivier Hamlin behind the screen. Line drive, triple won't go. C.J. Fair springs Ennis. He's got Grant on his left. Goes to his right instead. And scores. Tyler Ennis ahead of the field. Shooting at 3. Off the mark is Hamlin. And it's snatched away from Anderson by Jeremy Grant. Ennis races the other way. Lays it in.
people felt he was capable of. He's had some big nights recently.
You know, this day almost has the feel of a first round at the ACC tournament.
Well, I was going to say, this environment is very much like a tournament, an ACC tournament or an NCAA.
Ennis with a nice drive. Turner makes it 44-42. NC State, 7:34 to go. Brandon Ennis handling. Here's Ennis, gets inside, put the ball in, and score the basket with the foul.
You see, this
is going to be on. Takes it away. Ennis down in the front court, lays it up and off the iconic goaltender.
Good call again. It's not where the
for by Musakota.
Another one long from the corner, but too strong. Cameron Wright off target. Here's Ennis to the right hand, drops it in.
And there is your
the look away. The tip, no. Syracuse comes away. Ennis to Fair. Ennis to penetrate to the right hand. He scoops in two. Ennis, 2 seconds. He'll get a shot off on the way. Got it! He hit it! He hit the shot!
Quickly, what you think might be an opening isn't an opening because of their length, and they can recover so quickly.
Cooney misses the long two, but there's Tyler.
UVA playing against the bottom half of the ACC as we come down to a closing.
Saw Maryland yesterday and their win over Florida State and told the people in College Park, February 24th, Syracuse at Maryland. I think that's a dangerous game for the Hornets, regardless of what happens Wednesday night at Pitt or the other games preceding it, including Duke. Ennis, wide open.
One hand, strong rebound.
Ennis, a native of Brampton, Ontario, same hometown as Michael Serra, who was George Michael Bluth on Arrested Development.
There's always money in the banana stand.
Perfectly executed.
Well played.
Ennis, Brampton, Ontario.
He had a lot more time than that. He could have just pulled up and shot an easy little jumper.
The win against BC snapped a 3-game losing streak for Notre Dame. They've still dropped 6 of their last 8. They're 4-6 since Jaron Grant went out. Academically separated from the university is the way Notre Dame turns.
They're going to a little 1-4-7, looks like.
Deep three for Atkins, wide right. Ennis goes with Cooney. Ennis goes to the bucket and scores.
Jeremy Grant. Right, it was Grant. But you know, Keita was sensational against Wake Forest. Came in that game and did a great job. And that was a big concern of Coach K. Their ability to protect the rim.
Ennis,
big time. He just knows how to play. Great basketball IQ. Another concern of Jim Boeheim, the depth factor. Duke has gone to 9-10 players, and they've been playing 6 when you look at Syracuse.
Floater by Ennis. Work hard to come get it.
Well, they did a great job getting the ball right there. A little cross, little handoff. As the screen form up on top.
Floater, yes!
That's what he is. I talked about it.
He works out with these guys in the summertime. So, of course, for him, it's a little extra meaning in this game tonight.
5 points for Tyler Kavanaugh. They assessed that foul to Rakeem Christmas, and it is his 3rd personal. 2-point game. Ennis in the face of Thomas.
Thomas, physical on the inside, and he is capable of scoring in there against anyone. Using his body, he's not a guy that's going to jump over top of you, but he understands how to play at angles and doing a great job finishing on the interior.
Thomas has 9. Ennis at the other end.
That 940 to make sure of that.
Williams. And Dalamoto was able to tap it, but right to Cooney. Up ahead, and it's Ennis floating to the rim.
And those are the type of
Syracuse.
Well, the best compliment you can give him is he's consistent.
Keita had another block. Ennis has it. Trying to go right down Broadway.
Play here in front of the home fans.
Fair baseline. Does not get the bounce. Orange able to keep it alive. Ennis. So silky.
But Teron Williams able to answer at the other end. He's had a number of good looks from 3. Finally able to take advantage of one. But if you're Wake Forest, you got to keep Tyler Ennis out of that paint. You can't allow him to continue to get in there and make easy layups, because what that does, it builds confidence for him knocking down big shots later in the game.
second three for Williams of Wake Forest. Shot clock to 9 for Syracuse. It is a 5-point game. Ennis again on the drive, and he put the brakes on and made the.
They are a bit more methodical. They do not lack athletic ability on their front line. They're long, they're active, and they're also aggressive here to start this game.
So Syracuse going against the 1-2-2 zone. Matchup zone, as Jim Boeheim called it. We'll see how Ennis handles himself here on the road in ACC action. Ennis against LeCompte, freshman against freshman. Floater, good. Smooth looking to
so vital, not just making shots, but more importantly, making good decisions there. That's a way you can soften up the defense.
They leave Ennis open. He drills the triple.
One of the most beautiful sights in America.
33-31, Syracuse leading Miami. 2-point lead with the ball. Ennis, the drive. Ennis to the hoop. Do it himself. Green, pump, jumper. Bank shot doesn't go. Long rebound to Ennis. Ennis trying to push tempo. Right down the middle. Ennis squeezes for the bucket in the foul.
Like this, that were in essence losable. They could have not made the plays. They've been good in these situations.
Ennis, the floater. And he
3 fouls on Robinson, who's second on the team in assists, number 1 in the country in assist to turnover ratio, so steady. But they have to bring on the freshman now in Newkirk, who is out of Raleigh, North Carolina. He's the first recruit out of ACC territory.
And I like Newkirk.
He is 6'1", play about 15 minutes a game. He'll play a lot here in the second half, it would appear. Ennis can't get inside. He'll spin and fire and all net.
I'll be honest. Duke is not unaccustomed to that, however.
Oh, they're not. I don't think they'll sweat it. Not Mike Krzyzewski's team. So Robinson back in.
Pittsburgh in a zone here. And this is what you were referring to. This is a zone very similar to Syracuse's. Jamie Dixon very humble when he's talking about sort of beating this team as consistently as he has. He said, I've learned an awful lot from Jim Boeheim and watching his teams play.
Shot clock inside 10. Ennis has it. He launches. Got it. They left him wide open.
Space. Pittsburgh staying in that zone. Again, the one guy you have to identify, Cooney.
It's Ennis, though, striking again. It's been everything we expected. Under 2 now. Ennis darts into the lane. Scoop shot, yes!
Looks like he's in a man-to-man.
Michigan and Wisconsin coming up. On a great day of college basketball on ESPN. 10 to shoot it for the Orange. Ennis wants to drive it. They let him through for 2.
As well.
You have not seen Olivier Hanlon. This young man can play. They try to keep it alive with Eddie Odio. He got a piece of it inside, but Syracuse comes out with it.
It's really a nice job of Boston College getting back in transition.
Syracuse really good at getting those cheap buckets. Grant gives it up to Ennis.
I think Syracuse has to look inside to C.J. Fair. He has a small guard in Joe Rayhan, 25 and white, guarding him inside.
Up to Ennis, 3 to shoot. Reverse, nice play by the freshman. Fair will inbound to Tyler Ennis.
Mike, C.J. Fair was 1 of 5 from the floor in the first half. I don't think Syracuse did a good enough job of exploiting the mismatch that he has inside with the little guard, Joe Rayhan, number 25 in white.
Grant and Ennis playing a little 2-man game. Ennis left all alone. They dared him to shoot, and he buried it. He has a dozen.
Boston College has been reluctant to throw it inside to Ryan Anderson. He can go one-on-one against any of the Syracuse's bigs.
Grant sets the screen for Ennis.
See, Mike, it's happening again. Rayhan's guarding C.J. Fair. He's out on the perimeter in the three-point land.
Ennis, nice drive, goes with the left hand and scores.
He's just freshman, super athletic, jumps quick and high. Good post defender as well.
you're a BC fan, you're just sitting on the edge of your chair waiting for that burst that Syracuse can show you, and Ennis has shown you.
Challenged them. St. Francis Brooklyn really gave them a battle right to the last minute.
McAdoo's got 6. Carolina's up 8-2, 3 minutes into the game. They have played their best against the best teams they faced. Ennis finds a lane and lays it in.
Wow, nobody.
This gets inside, lays it up, tip back up. Ennis again, got it.
I'll tell you one thing. They'll be all fired up. Jay, Digger, and company and Jalen. Should be a lot of fun.
Ennis baseline. Reverse.
He's big time, man. You talk how many opportunities they've had. Second chances, man. Another one.
Yep.
It's tough to beat a club when you're not making threes and you're not rebounding. I mean, really tough. I know we got a lot of people at ESPN, Syracuse grads, went to that great school here in broadcasting, Newhouse. One of our greats, Mr. Mike Tirico.
He's watching. He tweeted at us earlier today that he'd be watching.
Sean McDonough's also from. Nice little drive and conversion. Mike Tirico jumps up and says, Syracuse fans going crazy. Our boss John Wildhack, a Syracuse guy. My agents at IMG, Sandy Montague, Sue Lipton, they all Syracuse grads.
Into the final minute, and the Orange on their way to a 16-0 start to the season, and Carolina will be 0-3 in the ACC for the first time since 1996-97.
After falling behind, Mr. Ennis, he's a PT.
Thompson with the reverse, and it's a three-point Hokie lead. Thompson, of course, has to start because Wood has the flu. Thompson, an entirely different player. Wood, a three-point shooter. Thompson, a guy who's around the basket. Good movement without the ball.
Thompson, only 18 years old, but is a tremendous talent, getting better all the time. Ennis off back.
Fast analysis.
And Dan, after a slow start by Syracuse, going 1 for 5, they're now 8 for 16, hitting 50%. They're on a 13-5 run. Ennis has 4 assists already.
Virginia Tech drops back into the zone, and they play very many minutes at the same time. But the way he's played, if you're James Johnson, you get him a couple of minutes of a breather, we're going to get him back in the game.
Virginia Tech hadn't shot that well, but they've closed this to a 6-point game.
Doing a nice job chasing Cooney, not letting him get the set.
Ennis. And all of a sudden, the Castle faithful are on their feet. Here's Cooney. Well, there's some serious bumping and grinding going on down low. Ennis for 3. Yes, sir. Take that thing to 15-0 tonight. 7:52 to play the ball game. Ennis for 3.
Behind a tough pass right down the gut, but good recovery by Kirk.
Cooney, the redshirt sophomore, fighting out of a double team. Here's Grant. And now Ennis, the right-hand runner, good. Orange on the board. Cooney a shot fake, step back on Brown. Won't go on the 3, and Fair, the second chance for the Orange. Ennis on the drive, good. Miami with only 1 timeout left. The Orange on a run here to take the lead. Ennis slashing down the lane, layup good. Second half for James Kelly.
Well, it seems like both teams, Wes, that doing some work on the inside of that zone, getting into the paint.
Ennis a scoop with the right hand.
A man from Senegal has come into the game, very active, and right away comes away with a loose ball for the Cuse.
Right away they identify the shooters, back on Cooney and Fair. Ennis off the bounce. Tough. Much is putting it on the deck and carving some area.
It's a happy group of Orange fans already. Their football team claimed a bold victory last night against Minnesota. They got here in a good frame of mind, and now the basketball team is giving them something to call about.
Very good without the ball.
Oh, nice move by Ennis. He gave you a goal the last 7 minutes now for Villanova. They trail by 3.
Nice freezing. Great job fronting and getting weak side help from another. Should all have a disadvantage.
Ennis. Good. How good is that?
Who said Pinkston can't make the deep one, huh? What a little smooch by number 22. That might get him going.
He had missed his last 9 from 3-point range.
They're not running the right place for him.
Yeah. So 1 second inbounds pass from deep. Ennis.
Flawless.
Archie Diacono. Ochefu could not bring that one down, and here's Ennis on the run.
Good balance.
Waiting for C.J. Fair to make his way down the floor.
Fair, a tough man, and they switch it back. Bell on Fair.
Ennis, a little teardrop. Open lane.
That's not his game.
It was a wide open lane, but it was Hilliard that could not get that one to fall. And here's Cooney trying to get back in rhythm with the help of Ennis.
The catch and shoot guy, they hug him beautifully. A single double.
Oh, nice pick by Christmas. He actually took down 2 Wildcats with that baseline pick. Shot clock down to 6.
Keep them in front of you. That's the key here.
Ennis. Oh, a nice scoop to the hoop.
Perez Laham is steal. John Brown. There he goes. Birds missed it.
That's his energy. That's what he does. He runs the floor very, very well. He gets shots. Now making them might be a challenge.
Tyler Ennis.
He got it off without dribbling it first, but that time the closeout was high and it was tight. He shot it falling down and got it to go in.
The High Point Panthers lead by 1 with a minute to go in the first half.
They're trying to post up C.J. Fair.
Ennis scramble to the elbow.
Tough shot.
The plan today for Scott Cherry was to help off the bigs on Cooney, but Edwards has been so good, they haven't really needed to. Cucini, the miss. Ennis, hesitation.
Oh, Ennis just stole the inbound. And go get lost. He knows what he's doing. Here's a live ball turnover.
Ennis.
A couple of years ago, then, as you noted, his health issues, and now he looks good, and Johnny's may prosper.
Harrison doing a nice job following Cooney around screens, giving him no space. Cooney on the pick and roll. Ennis drives hard with the left hand of the bucket. And
beautifully decimating the interior of the D. You don't see this very often against Syracuse. A long way to go, though.
Grant tries to show it. Ennis almost throws it away. Not fair with 10 to shoot. Ennis straight away. Ennis takes his time as he brings it back into the front court. St. John's 0 for 7 from the three-point line.
And a nice little play there. Cooney does a back cut, well guarded down in the baseline by Green.
Ennis driving, the runner, and gets the roll. It's about him, folks. But it works.
Yeah, well, he's settled down where things aren't going well. He doesn't panic.
Playing some good defense on Cooney. Now Ennis. Hesitation all the way around the block to the block. Jordan gathers himself. The floater. Opekba tried to keep it alive. Renajay with a rebound. Syracuse can take the lead now. Ennis.
Ooh, goodness. And still contained the bounce.
Ennis driving. Finger roll. Beautiful.
Reed from Beck, drive for Reed, and Coleman collapses on the rebound.
Again, when you get all the way to the basket, sometimes the shot gets harder. You're going to need to pull up and shoot some 10-foot shots to get an opening at the basket.
Here's Tyler Ennis. Bring it up for three.
Fair. Short, got his own rebound. That's a really good play by Ennis. He recognized that Yogi Ferrell got caught mid-post with Fair and went right to him. Now using Dajuan Coleman as the screen. Ennis opened this game for the Hoosiers here on the road. And my great ball movement, not good ball movement, great ball movement by Indiana. Ennis inside. Ferrell hit the deck hard, and Ennis get ball IQ. Man, I got to tell you, Syracuse to me is one of the more basketball IQ strong places I go to. I mean, the Big Ten's ridiculous with it, but man, oh man, Syracuse, look at this movement. Look at him change direction, Cooney on the baseline. And the winner, the last 6 minutes and 8 seconds, 0 for 3 from the field, 5 turnovers, and just that 1 point on the free throw. So the 12-1 orange run has separated a game that the Hoosiers tightened up. Interesting here, 1-3-1 for Indiana. Shots on the wing, shots on the baseline. Post up. Shot clock down at 10. Ennis and Benajay work from the top. And Ennis will take the three. I could score 4 points out there. You just put it up there, it's like a sewer. It goes in. They're like those broke rims at the playground. Ennis all the way. That's got to be a goaltend. Free throw's good, 58-40 with 5:40 to go. This is a Syracuse team that really has its rotation of 8 pretty dialed in. Very often early in the season, Jim Boeheim will do a little more exploring at 9 and 10 in the rotation, and then get it down to 8 and 7, really, once the meat of the conference season digs in, if not for foul trouble. But that 8 is about set as early as I remember over the last 15 years. Mike,
fake. Well, Syracuse so good at forcing turnovers out of the zone. And not as big up front at the top of the zone with Cooney and Ennis as they were last year with Michael Carter-Williams and Brandon Trish. But still just as effective getting steals.
This morning we chatted about last night. Played very little, took one shot. He's a very important member of the team, was their leading scorer coming in. He said, you know what, Brady could have pouted, but he didn't. He stayed.
A magnificent career, and he's given so much to the game. And you're right about Dave Odom. One of the most respected voices in the game. And he has really done a nice job with this term. They've had some great commissioners here. Dave Gavitt and the great Wayne Duke, and now Dave Odom.
And really a tip of the cap, Jay, as Ennis goes.
Reason why.
And they hadn't been very good from the line before they got to Maui. And over the years, they've had a lot of struggles from the line. Ennis lays it in.
Ravish has a nice touch, and he was the player of the game against Arkansas with us. 19 points and 15 rebounds. He was really terrific, and a great pressure release against Arkansas's press.
Ravish is a junior. Fair picks it out. Ennis and Boyd underneath. Well defended by Musakita. Of the three who play the middle of that zone, Coleman shifts over from time to time. Crispus and Keita. Keita's the best defender.
Jeremy Grand is a guy that I think can mature into a really good option for this Syracuse team, but he's got to get to where he can make consistent shots from the perimeter. Right now, he's not doing that. But boy, he's athletic.
I wonder where the offense will come from. First, last team all Pac-12 last year. His first bucket of the game.
Top 2 guys on the zone just fell asleep on that ball, and Justin Cobb's quicker to it. Another second chance opportunity for Cal.
Ennis right down through the defense, and again,
I think with T.J. McConnell at the point, they've got a legit opportunity and are going to get better and better. What a good drive by
to Tyler Ennis. Ennis
Got it knocked away by Kreklo, came into his lap.
Kreklo was the guy they want to get it to. Good steal. Excellent deflection by Ennis.
Ennis open. That's a three. Corralled for Syracuse. Cobbs tried to get it underneath the Wallace. His shot was short. And then Fair just ripped it away from Tyrone Wallace.
But Cobbs should have shot that ball.
Ennis to the bucket. Back to 11 for Syracuse with 1:20 to go. Fair has it. And now Ennis will run the clock. Well, he had a free pass, so why not?
On the side of the head. Remember, dealing with that jaw. Had the fractured jaw, underwent minor surgery on that jaw. And again, Minnesota described it as minor surgery. I'm not going to sit here and say any jaw surgery is minor, as Ennis hits that.
Sixth foul on the Terriers. C.J. Fair hasn't scored the second half. 4 total tonight. Ennis switches.
Orange comes up with it. Here's Fair. The freshman Ennis is back in at point guard for Syracuse. And Ennis will take the three and hit it. Good rebound by Robinson. Closing minute of the first half. Here's Ennis. He'll take another three and then another one.
Colgate, you just got the sense that Syracuse was really ready to seize complete control of this game.
3 threes in the game now for Jacobs. Ennis, 3. Ennis, he has been on target
against the zone, because when you do, it's a run out going the other way. Tip goes back and it's chased down by Cooney for Syracuse. We are underway from the Carrier Dome. This is Tyler Ennis, the freshman point guard, hounded by Severe. Ennis to the rim. Got it back. Severe with a miss. And here comes the orange. Freshman point guard Ennis.
Jay Wright, and remember, Tom McCord was a longtime assistant to Jay Wright. And when they had those 4 guards, guys like Randy flew by. I mean, it's within 2 hours. You hear 55 fouls, you're thinking it's an hour and 20-minute game. That wasn't the case.
Ennis for 2 more.